So we have Soham Datar in the studio here, who's just drawn his game against Adam Tukhayev. Soham, definitely one of the biggest results of your chess career. Would that be right to say?
Yeah, definitely. It is my one of the biggest moment of the chess career. Actually, in this game, I was very lucky. Literally, on the 8th or 12th move, I lost a pawn.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then after that, in the middle game, after some middle game, he played some really strange moves, and then I thought, yeah, it is better to continue and just to fight.
So you were a pawn down in the from the opening. How did you muster up the courage to play against a GM who is rated 500 points above you?
Well, I had to fight. I mean, I put as much as resistance I can, and so I decided to play some strong moves. That's it.
So let's go over the game and see how you fought back.
Yeah, sure.
So how did the game go?
Okay, it was a Sicilian, e4, c5, knight f3, d6, d4, cd4, knight d4, knight f6, knight c3, a6, bishop e3.
So you like to play the knight off, yeah?
Yeah, I like to play the knight off. I just play that only. So in this variation, I studied his games of e6. I played e6 here, and I looked some games on g4, but no, but he didn't play that. He played queen f3, and this was a surprise.
Right. So yeah. This is kind of hyper modern stuff. They say don't develop your queen too soon, but players these days don't care for such things.
So, actually, that's what I was surprised about. That he just played queen f3. I know that in Sicilian Khan or something they play queen f3 and queen g3.
Right.
Yeah, but okay. After that, I just played queen c7.
Mm-hmm.
He played queen g3 again, to allowing the development of the bishop. After queen g3, I just played h5.
That's a surprising move, actually.
Actually, after the game, he said that h5 was not necessary, but in this type of positions, I saw that after h5, h4, I need to misplace that queen on g3, and then I can just develop my bishop, and okay, I can just continue the game.
Right. Okay.
So I played h5. After that, he he just came f3, knight bd7, and now long castle. h4.
So white has somehow been able to develop quite smoothly, and he has a good development, you could say. His queen will now drop back to f2, I presume. Did he play that?
No, actually I calculated queen f2, but he played queen e1. So this was another strange move, and again there were some ideas of knight f5 or something like that, opening the e file, and
right.
Yeah, and then after knight d5, bg5. So I calculated this, but no, actually nothing was happening there. So I just decided to develop my pieces. So bishop e7. Yeah, then he again played bishop g5 here. At this moment, I was actually calculating h3 first. Black should play h3. Anyways, he is losing a pawn. If g into h3, then then black will be fine, I guess, after b5.
Yeah, and you have ruined his kingside structure. But already after bishop g5, the main problem turns out to be a pawn on h4. Exactly. That's falling. So how do you defend it?
No, I didn't defend it. I messed up here. Actually, first of all, instead to play h3, I calculated what if he takes and what if he doesn't take on h3. I mean, if I play h3, he will play g4, and then just the attack will continue. So I decided to give up that pawn and just develop or create some counterplay on queen side. So I played a b5 instead of h3.
Okay.
Yeah, after b5, he played bishop into h4. Yeah, he just captured the pawn. Bishop b7.
And there is no way that you can do this, because he always has a check on
queen
h8.
h8. Yeah.
Also knight d5 is coming here. Yeah. So this doesn't work at all. So you're just a pawn down, you can say.
Yeah, I'm just a pawn down here.
Okay. Quite not such a pleasant feeling when you're playing
Yeah.
against a 25-75 GM.
And when you're pawn down, it's more horrible. So,
Yeah.
but okay, I decided to fight here. I just played bishop b7. I thought I could create some counterplay on queen side. So after bishop b7, he played a3,
Okay.
just stopping b4. Then simple rook c8.
So in a way, while he spent time to win the pawn, you've been able to develop your
Yeah,
queen
develop
side.
pieces. One thing was right that this bishop I don't think was like placed more good on h4. He had to waste some moves of his bishop because knight into e4 type ideas were also coming.
Right.
So I decided that I might get some counterplay on queen side. So after rook c8, he again played bishop g3,
Okay.
knight e5. Idea is knight c4 and then continue the attack. So after knight e5, he just played king b1 again, and then knight c4. Bishop takes c4.
Yeah, you have to take, or else knight b2, knight a3, all these ideas are in the position.
Yeah.
And you took
Then-
with the queen?
Yeah, I
or-
took with the queen. And actually, I was going to take with the pawn here, but there was of no use because b into c4, and then it's just blocking my own queen and rook.
Right.
But after queen into c4, he played knight b3. Okay, and this was the second shock again.
And now the
they
knight
are
is jumping to a5.
Yeah. So there
And
are-
also d6 pawn is hanging. So in a way, things
Yeah.
are not looking so good.
Yeah, they weren't. But after this, I just played queen c7. After this, I was just expecting like some moves like maybe e5 or just.
e5 you
Yeah.
were expecting, yeah.
But I thought that after d5 nothing is happening, so I'm just fine. Or maybe I
When? Here?
after black plays d5. No, sorry. After d into e5,
Okay.
bishop into e5. This was the moment of worry.
Yeah,
What
but
can
this
I
looks
play?
very good for white.
Yeah, exactly. He could have played e5, and here after queen b6, I mean he can just continue something.
Yeah, I think
like-
white has many ways to build up one of. Okay, you have some ideas with b4 in the position, but it shouldn't be much
Yeah.
if he plays properly.
I mean, if I get the chance, I mean, if he plays queen g3 here, then what will happen?
Yeah, perhaps queen g3 and then say b4.
Yeah, b4 and
You have to calculate some lines here, but this looks perhaps okay.
after queen h6, rook g6, yeah, and then
Yeah, even
Yeah, this
b
is
into c3 might be dangerous
Might be
here.
dangerous. So yeah, I was expecting that, and actually the biggest moment of worry was this: if he plays e5, then I'm just lost. I thought about this.
So what did he
But
do?
luckily he didn't play it. He just played queen d2. Maybe with some ideas of bishop takes d6 and queen g5 at a time. So
Okay.
I didn't have any move to defend right now. Instead of e5, I mean instead of rook d8, e5 was better.
You played e5?
Yeah, I played e5. Yeah.
Mhm.
After e5 again, like he wasted his bishop move. Like he played bishop f2 again. So there were, I think, 4 to 5 bishop moves of the bishop, dark
Yeah.
squared bishop.
Right.
So after bishop f2, I just castled.
You're playing as if you
Yeah.
are down nothing here.
Yeah, I was just confident. How I mean, at least I was showing I was confident.
Maybe bishop h4 is a move to be considered here, taking on f6 and then putting your knight on d5.
Yeah, on d5.
But yeah, c2 has to be taken care of.
Yeah, again the c2 was hanging. So he played queen e3. This was a wise move because if I play anything like rook fd8, queen b6 was coming, and then he will just trade off the queens and he's pawn up.
Yeah.
And I literally didn't had any counter after that. But here I was able to find some good move here. I just played d5 after queen e3.
Nice.
This was the move which he missed actually.
And now you're looking at the c2 pawn as we just
Yeah.
discussed.
Yeah. So here
He took with the pawn?
no, actually after d5 he took with the knight. This was strange. I was actually calculating here e takes d5, rook fd8, queen b6, and maybe knight takes d5. Yes, knight takes d5.
Knight d5. Maybe
Knight
it doesn't
d5,
work because
yeah.
of queen c2
Queen
and then
c2.
bd5.
Yeah, and then bd5.
So you must
So
take on c7.
c7
But
and
then this doesn't work because of
queen into
c3.
c3. Yeah, I saw about that. So just rook, yeah, rook c7 and then knight d5, then rook into d5 because after bishop into d5, bishop b6 was coming.
Okay.
And okay, I was comfortable here because I had two bishops.
So you think that this position,
Yeah,
you
I
would
might
have
fight.
good chances to hold.
At least, yeah, to hold after this. But he didn't play that. He just played knight into d5. I was surprised after this. Knight into d5. E takes d5. Queen takes c2 check. And he played king a2 here. At first instance, I was just calculating bishop into a3 if it was working or not. But no, it wasn't working because bishop into a3, he has rook d2. And after if king into a3, then I have rook c4.
With a forced mate on
with a forced
a4.
mate. If he plays knight c5, then rook a4 check and then knight into a4, queen into a4 is a mate.
That's a pretty mate.
So, but
He has rook d2.
Yeah, he
That's
has
a
rook
nice
d2.
intermediate move that you looked at.
after rook d2, I also calculated further. I calculated queen g6, b into a3, but
Rook
rook
c2.
c2 check, king a1, and rook fc8. But I wasn't sure because of queen e4, I guess. Queen e4, yeah.
Mhm.
Then I'm just losing. And even he had rook hd1 here.
Okay.
So this was not working for me. So I didn't play that move. I calculated about like 10-15 minutes here. And after that I played queen g6,
And now you are looking at the g2 pawn.
g2 and rook c2 also. So he played like again he played some strange move. Yeah, he first of all no, I guess queen c2, right?
Yeah. Rook d2. Here
Queen
he
c2
played.
check, king a2. Okay, first of all after king a2 I just played rook f8, I guess.
So now you are
Yeah.
threatening the d5 pawn.
He played rook d2, queen g6. Now I am threatening the d5 pawn and even in some case rook c2 or like ideas, and g2
Yeah.
also. Here again he could have played maybe queen e4 or just d6. After bishop into d6, queen b6 is coming, so I may lose piece here. d6
Mhm.
after rook fd1 or something.
Yeah.
So he again played a strange move, and after this moment I was confident. Queen into e5. He just played queen into e5 and then bishop f4 comes.
Bishop f6.
Bishop g5. Sorry. So yeah, this was the moment where I gained my confidence back, and even I thought that I must try to win here.
Mhm.
In fact, in this position, because two bishops may create some damage, and because of knight a5 and knight b3 and king a2, they are in one line. So
Yeah. But what if I just play f4? What's
f4
happening?
then bishop f6.
So why did you provoke f4 move?
I had to
Because if you went directly bishop f6,
then queen e4 was coming.
sorry, queen e4.
Yeah,
Now
this
that's
was the
the
move, yeah.
point of your play.
Yeah. So first of all bishop g5, and if he plays rook d1 then rook c2. Yeah.
And you get very good
Yeah,
play.
I get very good play after. And here he had f4, and no, but instead of f4 this could work, I guess. F4, bishop f6 and queen e2 maybe. But he didn't play that also, so he
Then you can take on d5.
yeah, I
and
just can take on d5, and okay,
So here
he played bishop
e3.
e3, yeah, bishop
Uh-huh.
e3, bishop takes e3, queen takes e3, and bishop takes d5. Yeah. So
And this pin is really irritating.
yeah. And if so, I calculated here rook hd1. He could have played that move, and then maybe rook e8, and yeah, queen f2 or something, and then bishop e6. I would just keep this position as it is. And
I think you should be happy with
yeah,
what
I was
you have got.
happy. But yeah, he calculated all these things, and he just played king.
a1.
Yeah, he just I need to check that. Yeah, he played king a1.
But now you can just take on b3.
Yeah,
Yes.
bishop b3. He had rook d8 check.
And take on d8 and take on
queen.
g2.
I took on g2, and here like he was like frustrated very much. And
Definitely, it's like from a better position is now looking at a worse one.
yeah, then he played rook d1 here, and yeah, I was getting a pawn in queen ending, and I thought I could hold and also even play for a win here. So
Yeah, of course. Now you took on d1, yeah?
yeah, I took on d1 and
Queen
queen takes
d1,
d1,
queen
h2. He played queen d8 check, king h7, queen d5. Here I played queen h6. The idea was to give the check on c1 and then followed by c4.
Oops, sorry. Queen. But if he takes on f7?
Still I have queen c1 and then queen c4 check, maybe.
But then this should be losing, right, for you, because
Beat.
even if I
Play a4, king g6.
if I just play b4, let's
CB.
assume take.
King g6.
Yeah, this you should be
Yeah.
able to hold.
Hold, yeah. King f4, king a6, king f3.
And yeah, maybe
King
it's a
b5,
draw. So do you already now did he take on f7?
No, after queen wait, no. Just I can go back. After queen b3, rook d1, queen d1, he played queen d5, queen d8 check. Yeah, after no, he directly played queen d5
Instead of giving
the check. Yeah.
Okay.
Then queen h6. Here he again gave queen a8 check, king h7, and queen e4 check. Here I repeated the position by queen g6 and queen h6. Here queen g6, queen h4 check, queen h6, and queen e4. But I was thinking here about to play g6.
Okay.
G6, I calculated queen c6,
Okay.
and then g5 again. And after queen e4 check,
Now you have queen g6.
queen g6 I have. But after queen d5, I was not able to calculate here that how to proceed.
You just play.
Yeah, I could have.
You don't need to calculate.
Yeah.
You just play this.
I could have
position.
played this position after f5 maybe.
Yeah. But even
yeah.
let's say after g6, maybe queen b7. I was a little bit concerned.
Yeah,
about
but then
this
queen
one.
c1 check,
And king a2.
queen c4 check, and then queen e6.
Yeah, seems like you got control, and I think you could have won this position.
Yeah, I could have.
But
could have done it.
sometimes, as they say, like Gary Kasparov also used to do in his matches with Karpov, when it was too topsy-turvy, like you were worse and then you got better.
Yeah.
I think it's good to end the day with a draw.
Yeah, actually, I messed up some after h4, and then I was very afraid of this to playing this. But
So,
yeah,
if you had to give one advice to people who are playing against Grandmasters and rated a lot below them and have a bad position, what would it be?
they must seek for the counter chances for each and every move, and they must hold on their own, and they must fight it. Like giving up is not good for this.
And Grandmasters are not gods.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, just play us so we can continue. And
Okay, thank you so much, Sohan, and good luck for the rest of the tournament.
thank you. Thanks a lot.